Test lover, howdy howdy, how's it going? We're a little late to the game. I was involved in the Play a Master Blitz. That was a lot of people wanted to play, so I was doing that. And then there were some things on the technical side that needed to be worked out. So a little bit late to the game, but we're here. Tony is playing Celine. I actually did play her in Blitz, one of the Play the Master, and she's good. She's fearsome. Um, I admittedly almost drew against her in a blitz game, so she's pretty solid. This is Sean
That's dope.
again. He's back.
Good to see y'all again, everybody.
He took a lame quick draw. No, he he was playing a friend. They both were having a pretty good event, so they decided to just finish up on a really nice note and
Just
call
en-
it,
just enjoy the final day.
which is understandable.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I
The
get it.
validation that I
I mean,
required.
it's better than the draw Tony took this morning. Ace Bailey, thank you for the follow. Casey Ninja, how's it going?
Hey, chess lover. Is anyone a little annoyed? Why?
MLK Day is a holiday in the USA. That's freaking wild, bro. What's wrong with holiday celebrating a great person? My guy, my guy. That's just you terrible energy. Terrible energy. We're gonna I appreciate the follow, but you take a 10-minute break there, my friend.
Oof.
You take a 10-minute break, calm yourself down. Uh yeah, I don't know if you're just trolling or you're just being that guy, but CJ, oh, you are going to Alto. CJ, I'll be great. I guess I'll be the next time we see you. You
I
did
don't
you
know that
meet?
I've met CJ.
I'm trying to remember if you may. I don't think you met him while he was here. He did come
Yeah.
and visit, but I don't think he met you.
CJ, I
Could
do
be
also
wrong.
plan to be at that Alto, so that'll probably be when we make it happen.
Yeah, yeah. You will be at Alto.
I plan on it because
Okay.
that's like
It's
something
hazy.
I prioritize.
Uh,
Like if I take a job somewhere else, I would put that day in early, like months ahead. Like, hey, I have this thing. It only happens twice a
okay.
year. It means a lot to me. I'm going to try to make that.
I mean, it's a great event
Yeah, absolutely.
because as much as we can respect Celine, kids like her, they're scary, and Alto just doesn't allow them. So, it's kind of a nice, it's kind of a nice event.
It is.
Those under 21. Yeah,
And one
Alto.
of my favorite parts of the after chess round moments are when I'm with someone that I can say, "Hey, let's go grab a drink and talk about what just happened."
Yeah.
But with half of my opponents this weekend, that was not an option. That
More
would be
kids and
highly
younger players.
be highly
It'd
frowned
be
upon at
highly
least.
illegal. Uh, today at the Charlotte Open, Sean got arrested. Um, he
But
was a little too excited to celebrate after a nice game.
I do also enjoy being part of some of these kids' journeys. If I'm
Oh,
solely just remembered as the adult with the do-rag that they beat up.
yeah. Hey, one day you might look back and because you were talking about how Hans, you were kind of hoping to be a fan of him, and now you're like, I don't know. But one of these kids could be that person
You're
that you're
right,
following years from now, and
thousand
like,
percent.
dang, I was there, and they kicked my trash.
I'm still on the market for an under 30 American player to root for, you guys.
Yeah.
I haven't to
Andy,
follow, I would
Andy
say.
Woodward, I
Yeah.
think, is a good candidate. He
Okay.
just won the Puzzle Battle World Championship on chess.com.
Okay.
Hikaru believes in him, has sponsored him. He seems to be a pretty fire player. He played against Bobby at the US Masters.
Sheesh.
Dude, that was a tense game. He went toe to toe with him, so
Nice.
he could be. He could be. Borak, good to see you. It's Tony Grobin. He is here. Let's see it from his perspective here.
Okay.
So the opening was a bit more calm. C4 Tony instead. Well, I guess this is kind of similar. He did have a game, but his opponent went for more of a late D4. So he's going for that same kind of setup this time with Queen C7. Go through this stage a little bit faster. And we see, some nice little development. Okay, I didn't realize this is how Tony got the dark square bishop. I giving it up like that, I don't love. The dark squares here are so valuable with your pawns on light squares that, and this knight's just kind of hitting a wall. If d5 was happening soon, bishop takes f6 is more interesting. But without d5 happening, a slightly questionable decision there. But Tony, being the kind, generous human being that he is, returned the favor. Bishop takes f3. This makes, okay, in fairness, this makes a little bit more sense because you want to take this d4 square. I think you could delay it. Bishop takes f3 when you do play it. I am typically a fan. Like you could have played h5 first and tried to wait for h3, so you just gain a free move.
Okay.
Simple. But now, okay, we're actually at this position with Queen e7. And we're with the song. Let's go. I know you don't get to hear the song, but it's, it's a good jam. Have you heard our sub song?
I've seen some of yeah, yeah. I miss more streams than I would like to admit, but I've seen a fair amount as
That's
well.
okay. I mean, we stream a lot. Like
Yeah,
some people, I think, are so sheepish to tell me or Tony, like, yeah, we don't watch a lot. I'm like, look, let's be real. We try to stream 40 hours a week.
right.
That's tough
Yeah.
to follow sometimes. I understand that.
But I do constantly when I get because I have the notifications when you guys do start streaming.
You do say hello.
If I can't sit and watch it, I'll say hello, I'll drop the like just for the algorithm, show support and some love, and then get back to what I do.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's appreciated. What was played? There's a knight on e2. Knight e2, the best move. Trying to get rid of that knight. Opposite colored bishops. I just want to play. It's not my pieces. I want to play g5. If this was
Mm,
mine, I'd be hesitant.
that
Okay,
scares
you
me.
definitely want to prepare this first, though. How do we want to prepare it is a great question.
Correct.
But I want to smash through with g5 at some point. Not your style. You're looking at me like, or looking at G5 like, this guy's
That would make me
insane.
really
This
nervous.
guy,
That would make me
this
really
guy be
nervous.
crazy.
Although I was prepared to play a G4 move at some point today when I was castle kingside as white, so I should get a bit more comfortable with these, but mm. Are you not scared of the H pawn after that?
This pawn,
Your H pawn, yeah, the black H pawn.
yeah, that's why I think preparing it first makes a lot of sense. Like
Okay,
King G7 at least, so we open up the rook here.
okay.
It's logical. Tony played 96 here, which also has some good sense in it, because if you ever do play G5, maybe you're jumping the knight in. Extra cheese, you did get it right, Sean. That's easy.
Hey, nice.
Spelled it
Extra
correct on the first
cheese. You
try.
get the A plus, brother. First try.
The only person you know by name who randomly shows up on stream sometimes is Kingsley and Tony and now Sean.
It's an honor to be in that group,
You,
extra cheese.
you've been on stream so much, Extra Cheese knows who you are.
That's another
By
crowning
name
accomplishment of the
and
weekends.
correct spelling.
There will be a month though where I plan to spend a bit more time, so maybe I'll get more acclimated.
Yeah. He's gonna I mean we can't guarantee it yet, but he's gonna hang out with us a lot in March.
Yep,
A lot.
yep.
Like all day, every day. 24/7 streams coming at you.
I'm moving in. They don't know it yet, though. It's going to be a surprise. But just
Tony doesn't
prepare.
know either,
So-
but we're setting him up. We're setting him up on Tony's couch.
yep.
So if we're not playing chess on stream, it will be a Sean workout slash sleep cam.
And I'm going to get Kaden in the gym, you guys.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Wait, never mind. Cancel it all.
I
We
just
don't want him
need
on
one.
stream. Zero
I
percent,
just
zero
need,
stars.
oh,
Do
no.
not recommend.
I need one workout in
Timers.
my life. Come on.
See, no, here's the thing.
Okay.
Don't tell Tony this,
It's
but
just us. It's just
but
between
one
us.
day I think it would be hilarious to go work out with you and just like not tell Tony or like don't invite him so he doesn't get to witness it because he's always on my case about it. Part of why I don't do it is just to spite Tony, and
That's
I
fair.
feel like I can still accomplish this because I'm not really that against going to the gym.
Okay.
It's just a game me and Tony play. Like sometimes he does some chess things, like he plays moves that he knows like I'll cringe at, and sometimes I just don't go to the gym because I know he'll cringe at that.
So can I just send him the selfie while we're there, or like
Yeah,
the
you
post
just
workout
yeah,
pic after?
exactly.
Sweet. That's all I do.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
Is he the one who beat Dina or no? He will beat Dina at some point.
Someone Tony. Someone me.
Yeah. I predict a legendary 100 game match
Hey,
between
chess
him and
boxing
Dolly
maybe.
one day.
Chess boxing maybe. Only in certain countries.
Chess boxing. I don't think that's a great idea. Nothing against Dina. I don't think anybody should chess box you except maybe Canty.
I appreciate that. I'll take that.
Yeah, because that guy's, he's pretty
Yeah,
swole.
for sure.
You're pretty swole. That's might be fair.
I told someone else this weekend too. A big reason I haven't taken a lot of the losses personally is partially because there are people who can beat me in chess, but there are very few people who can beat me in chess and are stronger than me.
Yeah.
There's
So
very
you
few.
win
It's
either
not
way.
impossible, but Canty's close to that list. He is close to the list.
Yeah, I do think you need to work on your intimidation though, just a little bit. Like
I
especially with the kid. Like
I
go
want to
with
make
me.
friends.
Like lean like maybe this pose, right? This is the pose hmm, like right there when you're thinking,
I want to make friends. I want the kids to remember me fondly for the most part. Like when
no
they get
no.
strong, they be
Let-
like, "That's the guy that like pushed me a little bit." Like I want more of those. I don't want the kids scared of me.
I'll tell you straight up. As
The diversity in your stream. I'm definitely the diversity hire. Thank you.
um no we
Am I the first do-rag wearer on your stream? Has
yeah,
anyone else?
I feel I feel like I was about to make a joke, and I'm trying to find the line between joke and like not okay because off stream, no, in fairness, off stream we'll both make jokes that are kind of not okay.
Very true.
So it's a moment, it's a dangerous line. Anyways,
Right.
I lost total track of what we're
Got
talking.
a friendly face, had his
There's
own
a friend place.
advantage.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Like I tell
Thank you,
you,
extra cheese.
as because I told you my story about playing someone who was jacked,
Yes.
right? I'm gonna be honest with you. That guy was too friendly or like wearing a hoodie. I probably would not remember him. Now, nothing against this guy
Okay.
personally. Nothing against this guy personally.
Mm.
I just don't have a great like I was playing national. I think it was under 1700 national open. I don't have a great recollection of that. Um, but because he was so intimidating, I remember that. And I remember it so much. I even remember my mom got me Panda Express. And I don't know, one thing led to another, and we ended up sharing some of the Panda Express with that guy.
With the intimidation guy.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think I
So
can't imagine
memories were
sharing
made.
food with any of the
Memories were
kids. I'm
made.
not
I don't remember how that
gonna.
happened. I honestly don't. I think she just got extra. That might have been it. Like they gave us extra, and so she showed up and she had all that food. And during the game, offered it to him. Like, well, we have extra food. You want some? He's like, oh yeah.
That's fair.
So memories were made. But it
Well,
started off with a little intimidation.
I don't know if I could do it. Honestly, so chat. I had another first time experience today. I
Oh, okay. Well,
do we have moves
Ace,
to look at for first?
what
Oh, are we kicking someone out?
you know that guy that was coming in with such negative tactical night. Thank you for the follow, by the
Oh, did
way.
he come back with something
Look
again?
at this. Look at this.
Oh,
Look at this
come
Yahoo.
on,
Look at this
Ace.
Yahoo.
Ace.
Let's just
We talked about this,
Ace,
buddy.
you had
Ace.
time to think. Oh, he said sorry though.
Huh? Yeah.
Said
He
sorry.
got it in quick too.
Wait a
He
second.
got that sorry in quick.
Ace, not okay, my guy. We're trying to give you a chance. His rating is higher. Okay.
Okay, that's a better.
That's a better comment.
You're working.
That's a much better
You're
comment.
working on this, Ace. In
Like
your corner for a little bit.
that's why
You're all right.
the back pedal. Hey, I don't like to go bands right away because I like to give people the chance to learn. But Sean is here. I'm giving him the option. If you want, you can ban this guy. I will not lose any sleep over it.
The sorry was quick. So
The sorry
if
was
the
quick.
story had taken longer, I don't think it would have been as genuine. But that was a snap.
Okay.
That was yeah. So I think, but Ace, you're trying to thin line, pal.
We, we have someone in the background saying, get him out. Like,
Oh, but like I was gonna say, the intimidation thing.
Integer, thank you for the follow, by the way.
I had a first time experience today, chat. I was playing a kid, not the youngest kid I've played, but heading towards the end game from the middle game, he did start tearing up at the board.
Got the board.
At the board. And
Dang.
his friends, you know how their friends come and watch?
Oh yeah.
He was doing this to his friends as they're coming up. He's waving them away. And I felt so bad. Like and I couldn't just sit there and enjoy the fact that I had a good position. And then when the game ended, he immediately went to his mom. She picked him up and everything. And I was like, I can't even enjoy this victory.
yeah.
So I don't want to intimidate these kids. I want them to be friends, if anything.
Yeah.
One of my friends almost gave a kid a drawing.
Mrs. Garrison, who is literally 10 feet away from us in chat, you're
Hey,
welcome to come say hi on camera if you would like. I
extra cheese.
get
Did you
get
point that
my
out because
stuff.
you recognize the jersey? If you recognize the jersey, you get so many cool points for that.
Look, we have Mrs.
Guys.
Garrison. By the way, shout out to Mrs. Garrison. She had a fantastic event, finished with 4 out of 6, and
Sean and I drew at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
you trying to. I hear a lot of ratings, a lot of games, talking to a lot of people. You mostly played higher rated.
Yes,
Mostly played higher rated. So
Thank you.
including you.
a plus two
Wow,
score playing an average above a rating. So big shout out, everybody.
absolutely.
Mrs. Garrison showing up for the event.
Strong work.
Uh, yeah, many congratulations.
Thank you.
But if he was beating you and you were crying, he would have no mercy.
That's
That is true. That is very true. I think it would take a lot more for me to begin crying. Um, but yeah, that's true.
have,
Ace recognized the jersey. Shout out to Ace. You get cool points. A lot of people didn't recognize the jersey today. Slightly disappointed, but
not a sports guy. That's
it's
fine.
okay. It's all right.
And in my defense, I've also mostly seen you wearing a hoodie.
That's true.
Yeah,
This is
because we went.
LeBron's high school
It's
jersey.
freaking cold outside. Uncle Esquire, thank you so much for the follow. So here's a question for you. Tony's thinking a lot. Not saying too much about the game so far because it's a pretty solid position. I slightly prefer Tony, um, just with the maybe some of the potential on the king side, but excuse me, right now definitely feeling more equal, maybe in the direction of a draw. But I do want to ask.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go.
What the frick?
What's going on? This is fun.
Uncle Esquire with a huge gift
Uncle
sub,
Esquire.
gifting 25 subs.
Oh, we're in the room with
Hey,
Uncle
welcome to
Esquire.
the secret
Let's
man
go.
himself. That's not so
Now
secret.
that's
Thank you
awesome.
so much. I know you wanted to remain anonymous yesterday, but thank
Absolutely.
you. Much appreciations.
MVP of the
That's
weekend.
for Mrs. Garrison's performance.
Yes,
We're feeling the excitement.
that's awesome. You rock, man.
Much appreciations. And look at that, some amazing people. I recognize some of those people that subs were gifted out to. One of which is Houseline, who is an absolute legend. So,
House line.
big thank you. Let's go. Everyone touching. Well, extra cheese, yeah, at some point, Tony will play that combo that gets your frugality gone. So I wanted to ask,
Yeah,
have you ever cried over a chess game? Because I have a story about this that relates to the Sharks.
I have not yet cried over a chess
You've
game.
not cried.
I don't rule out the possibility. I have not yet cried.
Uh, all right. So I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like as an adult?
What was the oldest that I did? No, I think the oldest I can think about this was the Utah Summer Games. I think I was like 13.
Okay.
So we played. There was these Utah Summer Games. It was the Chess 960 Utah Championship. It was the Chess Lover with the sub. Guys, the hype is real. Thank you guys so much. And the hype train has started. Let's go. Yeah, we just need you on the stream more often, apparently.
I'm down.
You, Mrs. Garrison, like you guys are
I've enjoyed this combo.
crushing it.
What does it
Um,
take to be an honorary shark? What's like a step below a shark? Like, is there
a
a?
guppy.
Can I be a?
But no, but here's the thing. Here's
What's
the thing.
okay?
There's a clarification here. Being a shark is about the mentality. So
Okay.
that's actually how the name was born. And then I'm gonna go back to my crying story. Um, but being a shark, so before chess sharks, I would tell Tony to be a shark, right? That was like the best way I could describe the mentality to have because I try to be a semi decent human and like friendly to people, friendly to my opponents, all of that. But when I sit at that chessboard, like make no mistake, like I want to destroy you.
Okay.
Like I want to crush your soul. Like not like
Your soul.
maybe not crying, but like in a way, like I want to dismantle your chess game every which way possible. Like
Okay.
I feel that fierceness. And I feel like that's kind of an important thing. If you really want to push and compete, like you have to be ready to like destroy when you sit at that chessboard. You need
Mm.
to be a shark.
Yeah.
And extend it into sort of like the people take too many draws and it's better to generally have a better fighting spirit.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, that's where I don't even know. I got distracted. How do we even get here
We were
again?
talking about the crying story and the meaning behind chess sharks and
Oh
the
yeah,
mentality.
yeah. Be a shark. That mentality. So the crying Utah Summer Games. I'm playing. I think it was a G15 with a 10-second increment,
Okay.
like a rapid. I don't know if it was
That's a fun
officially
time
called.
control.
It was a good time control. First round, I'm playing someone named Antonio Padron. Now, at the time, I was the highest rated player in the event. Like I was the highest by I think 200 points. And in fairness, like I should have understood the rules. I should have understood how everything worked. But when they were talking about illegal moves, I don't know what happened. Sometimes I zone out the announcements. And when it came to like if someone makes an illegal move, you get extra time. Like it just like that's not gonna be relevant. So I kind of put it out of my mind. Well, lo and behold, during the game with Tony, he makes an illegal move. And for whatever reason, I don't get the like I don't call the arbiter over to get the extra time.
Okay.
And so later, again, I'm the highest rated player in this event playing Tony. I actually ended up flagging. And so at that point,
Oh
yeah,
man.
again, many mistakes on
Oh
my part. This is on
man.
many mistakes on my part. I'm like, well, he made an illegal move. I should get extra time, which is gone. I ran out of time,
Yeah.
and
Ah.
like in everything, and the fact that I flagged, and it was like the first round, but I was the highest rated. Like I started tearing up.
Oh,
I was
no.
crying, and Tony, bless his heart, like he's like, okay, um, how about we just call it a draw? Which he absolutely didn't need to. Like
It's
he could have held
honorable.
fast.
Very
But
honorable.
I like I was winning in the position, just completely got confused in my own brain.
Man.
Made many dumb things, like dumb decisions to get there.
Relate with that.
And he offered me a draw. Now it's good because if he hadn't offered me a draw, I don't know if we'd be here to now.
So
um,
y'all go way back, 13.
yeah, we go way back. Um, yeah, I should actually look back and figure out exactly when we did meet, but like we've known each other for probably 13 plus years.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was the last time I remember like actually like full blown crying. I've definitely had games when I was older that I've gotten emotional,
Okay.
but I can't think of a time I ever full blown cried. Like some games are just so brutal
Mm.
that you walk out of the game and I'm just like dead inside. Like you could just see the
I can relate more to that.
it's just dead inside.
One of my bigger issues that I've tried to work through during this tournament is when I can tell I'm in a slightly worse position, the self-talk in my head turns just drastically. I'm usually a relatively positive person, but I'll get to think of all the time that you spent doing puzzles and looking at all these games and it all led to this, you're losing. who knows
Yeah.
if this person just started playing, a couple months ago? 'Cause I'm still in the lower sections. So it's like the negative self-talk affects me. And then a couple moves later, we'll be even. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess all the putting myself down was for nothing. And I got to try to get back into it. So I have
Yeah.
to get better at just like, if I'm in a worse position, just continue looking for good moves and seeing where the game goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to focus on that. But it is hard. You
Yeah.
put so much time. You're
Yeah.
just gonna have moments where you kick down. Um, by the way, yeah, Rook A3, as you all are pointing out in chat, I think it was an excellent move. Just to start clarifying, because if Tony gets time, I think he will make something happen on the king side. So this, I mean, either you capture and then white gets control of the file, or Rook A1 is going to happen and white still gets control of the file. So
Mm.
for creating some potential chances or just trying to limit the amount of freedom Tony has, it was a very good move. She's very strong. As I said, played her in Blitz. Very impressed.
G-Shaft, thank you very much for saying that. Hope I got your name right. That's kind of the vibe that I feel like we've had a lot. I enjoy the dynamic. I do think this feels like a chess podcast.
We're very chill.
Yeah.
Very chill. Tony he started off very well. 2.5 out of 3. He had a kind of rough. Well, yeah, it was 2 out of 2. Drew one game that he was winning, but it's still okay. The fourth round was it was also okay. Like he's played okay overall. I think he has a decent result. Winning this, I think, makes it a success, for sure. But he definitely wants to finish with that W. 4 out of 6 would be a great score for him. Currently sitting at 3 out of 5. And Dr. Skull, I'm not going to dox you, but anyone definitely go check out Chess Journeys, unless you want me to. I'm sure you kind of dox yourself by saying you're on the podcast, actually.
Right, fair.
Good to see you. Yeah, Chess Journeys, check it out. A podcast, because you have a lot of chess podcasts that are directed at professionals and talking to professionals, and some of those are fantastic. Chess Journeys does manage to get, I would call them more of the relatable players
Yeah,
on there. So definitely go check them out. And if you want to drop a link to that episode, feel free to, or just to your podcast in general. Go ahead and drop that in chat. Would love to see it.
I would like to add too, Dr. Skull. I work overnights in a hospital. I listen to your podcasts very often on those overnight sessions, and I do thoroughly enjoy it. I think it's really fun seeing people who are like around my elo and just like slightly above what they're doing to get to that point. Especially since a lot of like Caden, people got really strong really young, and then it's sometimes is a bit more difficult to explain how to get through like 1,000 to 1,100. But someone who's maybe just hit 1,400 and they haven't been playing that long, sometimes hearing what they've been doing has been very helpful. So shout out to you and your podcast. I thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah. There's the link for anybody that wants to go ahead and check it out. Tony, uh, he was pretty excited about it. He was excited to be a part of it. So, oh, wait a second, wait a
Dr.
second.
Scott, don't you threaten me with a good time. Hey, my Instagram handle is chest and triceps spelled out normal. I will absolutely love to get in touch with you, see if we
Yeah,
can make something work. That'd be really fun for me.
highly recommend. Highly recommend. Poison Apprentice, congrats on 1900 Blitz. Great to see you, by the way. Sure, cheese. Once you get to 2000, you just wait for rating inflation to carry you to 20. No, because they cap the rating boost below 2000, at least FIDE wise. Rating inflation. I don't know if I really feel like rating inflation is on its way back yet. Excuse me, King H7. Okay, I have to guess. Tony's looking to play or G8. All right, I guess we could actually talk about the chess game for once.
A little bit.
I, d- I did the commentary on Tony's evening round yesterday, and I admit I didn't talk much about the game, but that game itself has become, it was his game against Eshwar, one that I'm really interested in. I think I'm going to study because there was one moment I was really surprised Tony could have taken an exchange
Mm,
back because he sacked it and he didn't. And I thought it made like it was just sense. Like take the material. I didn't see the danger for white. That position was equal, but Tony, his opponent, Kingsley, and another 2300 player asked about that position, and they all didn't like taking the exchange back. So
Hmm.
I've kind of found this as like a very interesting position to dive into because I feel like when you can really understand it, like it could be very educational to see some of the differences. Poison Apprentice, by the way, I don't know what that link is. Hopefully it's fine, but for any links, please just let us know before you post it. For the most part, I think you're pretty trustworthy, but do appreciate you just giving the heads up before you go ahead and do it. So King H7, I think Tony's looking for something here eventually with the rook. Just click on it. You do not understand the setup. It's I have so many windows open, like because the video is a link, the board is a link, uh the music playing in the background is another link. I have like pairings like and I don't want to mess any of it up. Don't want to mess any of it up. Um it's an interesting idea. So, okay, let's say rook a1, take queen takes and rook g8. And we want to play g5 and then h4. That's not too crazy. What does
God,
white do? Okay, let's say white just tries to, I don't know, make something happen. How dangerous would this attack be? Shoot, I might have to take off this. It's very warm in here.
it is not like yesterday or first day.
That was, that was maybe too warm, if you know what I mean.
Good God, very children present. Um,
Nah.
I have to get more comfortable opening that king side in structures like this. I actually had a very similar pawn structure in my game today. But it's opening that king side though.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh, because the knight jumps in now. Yeah,
Uh,
b5 would be an. Wait, the knight jumps in. This would be freaking wild. Man, I guess Black's attack is likely not as dangerous as you want it to be. The extra score sheets just in case. Wanted queen f8, h6, then g5. So the queen is stuck, but how does the queen? I mean, you have to play knight d8 at some point, so the queen's not there, like here. Oh, rook. I feel that feels
mm,
really difficult to make happen extra G's. Although maybe you just shouldn't take. I guess if we're going for this, it doesn't make any sense to take on a3. All right. Yeah, we're gonna take this.
uh-oh.
We're getting cozy now.
Now it's a show.
Ah, it also doesn't help that I'm. Did I say to take on a3? No, you didn't. But that was. I currently. You didn't say not to take on a3. At least, not that I read. You technically. Okay, in fairness, you technically said queen f8, h6. So if we're being real annoying and smart Alex, ish, this is what you want.
Mm,
So these pawn structures
okay.
you were kind of talking about. Was this your game this morning?
Yes.
Okay, so not the one you drew, the one you won.
Correct.
And you crushed, right?
Yeah,
Were you white or black?
I'm black here.
Black.
Yeah.
Okay. So huge bonus because you're a pawn.
Mhm.
For those wondering. Do, 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 do. If any
Will it
text
show?
messages pop up,
Uh-oh.
don't read them.
This is after the kid began to tear up.
This is after you begin to cheer up. So it's
Yeah.
the pawn lost, got the kid. So what do you feel like you don't understand about that structure?
It's not, I don't, well, there's probably a lot I don't understand about the structure. I was more so saying pushing those G, the H push, I'm far more comfortable with, especially after White's played H4. Whenever I have this Fiend Kettle set up and White plays H4, I pretty much go for H5 just reflexively.
All right.
But anything involving the G pawn going further than where it currently is, those are the ones that make me uncomfortable.
Oh, so like trying to break through, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What is this
So
position?
I
I'm
just
sorry?
I just want to point out real quick
Mhm.
because this is something when kids come to me for game analysis, this is a criticism that I have. You see these spaces where it has
All
it
right,
has
all
player
right.
names.
GM offering me chess etiquette lessons. I
Uh,
like it.
so Kingsley,
Mhm.
you never know. One day you might look back on this game and really value the fact that you had a notation sheet. I also think before a game, it is worth taking a moment
Mhm.
to yourself, kind of getting in the zone, and writing your opponent's name is a great way to do that.
Yes,
So,
small.
so next game, I need
Mhm.
these to be filled with your opponent's name and your name. Can you
Okay.
do that for me?
Yes, I can do that for you.
Thank you, Kingsley.
But like he just played a very non-challenging position.
To be honest, all jokes aside, I don't know if you played white or black in this game.
Like,
Ah,
okay, fine.
Because the knight up
you
three, move one, like it could have been
Could have been
you
maybe.
actually wrote nothing on top of this question.
nothing, 0%. That is a real life conversation I've had with a kid.
Mhm.
And I do stand by it because I tell you there are some score sheets that I look back on and I wish I had.
You
Like nowadays, I wish I had,
have
and I still want to find it, a score sheet where I beat Hans. Like way back when,
Uman.
because it was also a really interesting game.
Okay.
But I
Take
Mm-hmm. Yep. You have a
There you go.
point. No, duly noted.
yeah,
I will return shortly. I'm collecting photos this weekend, and I need a picture with some people who are about to leave.
that's fair.
All
That's
right.
fair.
Wait, do you see a phone here? Oh, right.
Jenny Penny, you just got asked to be someone's Valentine. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, they're going to get photos, Jay. Very nice. Solid result. Undefeated. Playing up a section. That's killer. Yeah, he does have a good coat. He does. I feel like I've entered Poison Apprentice and Extra Cheese's personal chat. She's either super cold freezing or she's really nervous. So I do think she gets kind of nervous. Um, like when I played her in the Blitz, I also played me and Miss Garrison. We played in the Bug House and we played against Celine and her partner. Like you can see the nerves. She played very well against me, but even then, she was very down on herself. Didn't fully believe in her position. Like you could just tell that it kind of got to her that she was playing a GM, and maybe especially because she was doing well, she was a bit nervous. Wow, Blazing Heart with the cool emotes. Let's go. Poison Apprentice, how do you get the CM title in 2025? That's your goal if you get USCF rated. So USCF does have a candidate master title, but the one that really matters because it's recognized on chess.com, so it gets you in Title Tuesday is the FIDE candidate master title, and that you have to hit 2200 FIDE. So, I mean, have you played a USCF tournament, FIDE tournament either? Man, it must be colder in there. Tony also sporting the jacket and looking real bundled up right now. Looking real cozy. Where's Tony's drink, by the way? Is Tony not? I thought maybe because he had a coffee before. It's always cold in chess halls. It is a hard balance because if it's too warm and then all the people show up, oh geez. No, it's usually not too bad. In the tournaments I played, I usually just bring a light jacket and sometimes I use it, not always. But I also just like wearing jackets while I play. Like it's just comfortable to me. Yeah, Poison Apprentice. Through those are OTB, especially FIDE, which is what you need. If you have not played OTB tournaments, I'd probably not be too worried about titles yet.
Ah,
Janny, have a good night. I don't know if you heard it, but Janny got asked to be someone's Valentine.
nice.
So
Let's go.
that's
Did they accept? Do we know?
I don't know if Janny accepted. I assume
Okay.
because Janny told us
She could
that
just be flexing that she's denying people's Valentines
I
on
yeah,
freestyle.
no. I mean,
All right, all right.
this isn't you who probably has like 10.
We're not playing this game today. We're not playing this game today. Oh man, she
Just-
did. Let's go. Well, congrats.
uh,
Love
nice,
that.
nice.
Okay,
Get warm and
I have
comfy.
a tournament etiquette question for you.
Tournament etiquette question.
Yes, I have seen lots of hoodies. You know, I'm a fan of my warm, fuzzy hoodies.
Yeah.
I came with a blanket, not a full blanket, not like a bed blanket, but I'm saying like like one of those just like nice little throw blankets.
Yeah.
Would I get looked at crazy or like
Yeah.
have you ever seen anyone with a blanket at a chessboard? I feel like I'm so used to playing chess with a blanket on me, just because I'm such an online player with a blanket, and I was like, when people
A
look at
blanket.
me crazy,
Damn, so you
although
bougie.
You would get looks. You would get looks for
I
sure.
did almost come in a stringer today. I thought about it this morning because of our
I
jokes yesterday.
I told you, come flex on him. Intimidate.
All right, maybe no blankets for now. Sean, you may as well come in a bathrobe if you're going to bring a blanket. Well,
Yeah.
at an
No,
alto, maybe. At an
what's
alto, I might
come
wear a
come
bathrobe.
in
I'm
a
not gonna
snuggie.
lie to you.
What are they called now? Is it still snuggies?
So yeah, he was in chat talking
Yeah,
about it. Is he
he's
talking to you now? That could be fun. But do I need to be higher rated? I feel like I'd be one of the up down.
no, that's the beauty part of chess journeys.
I would love to talk with chess journeys. That is fun.
Nice.
And I may consider in one of those altos bathrobe. I wouldn't do it around children, but I'd still wear a shirt, you guys. But I'm gonna have to
But wear
bathrobe
like a
both of
super low cut shirt. So
them.
Not for a short part.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thought, like, what if Sean just after he makes a move flex his biceps? That'd be really intimidating.
like, hear me out.
we talked about this. I don't want to
Show up in
intimidate
a
my
low
friend.
cut
My
stringer,
okay.
bathrobe, heart shorts, sunglasses,
Can we wear the sunglasses in such tournaments after
and
those AI glasses drops?
ridiculous like wear Santa hat.
I'm actually not opposed to just going full on
Could you imagine?
silly.
Like
Like just
you would get all of
oh,
the
just
stares,
full on
not just
silly. I'm
not
not
just a
opposed.
little bit. You would get 100%.
I'm down.
Okay, so I do like what Celine did here. I actually think Tony may have like it's not an inaccuracy like he's worse now, but I think it was sort of like not as precise. She played Bishop F3. The right move may have actually been to play Rook B8 here, which feels counterintuitive because you're giving up the file. But he played Rook G8, and now she takes first, takes, and now Rook A1. Although, hold on. Is there a world where we want to trade rooks?
Well, the knight is very strong.
Yeah, but
I
it's
do have, I
neutralized.
end up
It's
having it in my
neutralized.
chart.
Like this knight's better than this knight because
Yeah,
this is a defending knight.
yeah. You have the
Attacking.
better minor piece, one would say. I mean, Tony has the better minor piece.
Is Tony still in contention for top 3? I think not.
Thank you so much, Jay.
All right, Sean,
We'll talk
maybe
soon.
making an appearance on the Chess Journey podcast soon.
More to come about that.
More to come.
We'll keep you updated, chat.
Yeah, extra cheese. I do remember that you said he wanted to trade all the rooks, but I'm not sure I understand it. All right, Poison Princess, enjoy lurking. Tony is 3 out of 5. So maybe top 10 with a win. Maybe. Let me actually, where's the standings here? Where is he currently situated? 3. Okay, he's 12th. Yeah, so top 10. Maybe if he's like super lucky, top 5. No, that still feels unlikely. That still feels unlikely. Wow. The 2 of the top seeds that one drew early, one lost early are at the top there. Has anyone made a chessable on counterintuitive moves? I would guess there's probably something like that in some positional book, maybe not dedicated to it. But yeah, he only lost 1. He has 2 draws. He had a very lame draw this morning. I think he should have fought for the win, but you know, his opponent looked at him with some pretty eyes, and he gave up the repetition. Kingsley's not gonna say anything. That's all sarcastic. Kingsley's just like, "Yep, I did. What are you gonna do about it?" There are no rooks. Lean can't win the B pawn and make a mess on the queen side, but Tony's play on the king side isn't hindered at all, so it makes sense to trade off all the rooks. Lean is the one in control of the A file. Yes and no. I just don't see you like doing actual damage on the king side.
Very dwarvish.
You
Yeah,
just
it's very hard to make progress when white just doesn't want to do anything with the opening.
I was thinking that earlier when Rose Atwell said she missed some counterintuitive moves. She beat Jim Strakovich and Levy though. Yeah, she's pretty good.
Wow.
Rose Atwell. I think she's
That's impressive.
15. I know a lot of people were talking about it when she beat Levy. Draw after a loss is good for psychology, but a win is even better. Yeah, true. Extra cheese. I mean, I kind of see what you're saying. I kind of do. I do like this move Tony played, though. He's not giving up on the trade, but he's trying to get the queen to b6. I mean, there is kind of this crazy world where this bishop circles all the way back around with the queen on b6.
Well, I mean, the big question is, how does white deploy his minor piece? His minor piece suck. Her minor piece suck, what I meant was.
I actually think this bishop should have stayed on g2 and gone h3.
Her minor piece suck.
I mean, this
Are
knight
Black's
is
minor piece is
kinda,
better?
he's-
I didn't mean to ask that in a mean way. I'm just that's genuine curiosity.
that is just a great way to respond to that sentence. That's just the perfect way. You know? Don't rush to judgment. When, yeah, I mean, what are these? I mean, the knight's better. Again, this is the attacker, that's the defender.
Okay.
But I think both bishops are looking for some crazy maneuver to become relevant. Yeah, adjudicate the game so you can come analyze. It has been fun to just have a little space we can stream so you can come talk about the games everywhere. Strider, I mean, we wished we lived somewhere too with events this strong, so we moved. For you got to take that up with Kingsley, my guy.
Huh? What?
I can
What?
relate,
Nothing?
Strider. I'm actually not strong, but I moved
Oh
here.
my god, I saw that. I saw it.
Oh god. I moved here for the chess, actually, Strider. It's a big part of my decision to be here, so I definitely relate to that too.
Yeah, you said you intentionally try to move somewhere that has a big chess club.
Yeah. Yep.
When you-
Exclusively. I can be in one place for a year And if I'm going to spend a year somewhere, I would really rather them have a chess club. And I travel with a group, and they're just kind enough to usually just roll with the city that I pick that's chess related.
Yeah.
There was one place that I didn't have on the list initially, but my friends really wanted to go there. And before they presented it to me, they were like, "We checked, they do have a chess club." And I was like, "All right, all right, then I'm down." And I had a great time at their chess club.
Yeah. That's great. What was played? What did I miss? Am I crazy?
Rook 8 was so strong, she decided to play it twice.
Oh. I was so used to the rook already being on a3. Tony plays king g7.
Oh, I don't like that. Why king g7? That looks like it's waiting.
He is down on time.
Is there a world where he's trying to get in d5? He's trying to get in d5.
Why does king g7 benefit that?
Because you want to play e4, but the queen is the only protector of the bishop,
Mm.
and it can get distracted by rook takes. So the bishop, then if take like opens up,
So on the
would
same
just be a
diagonal,
mistake.
it's a
Okay.
nasty
Hit the
trick.
queen, you're gonna take. Okay, I played the worst move, king g2.
It's a
but-
nasty trick.
Okay.
It feels a bit like a cheap shot. If that is his idea, I could be mistaken. It does feel like that's his idea to me. Yeah, she played very sensible queen a2. Although,
Grab hold of the file. That's a good start.
wait a second. Take queen b6. I mean, is this slightly annoying? Knight d4 queen takes the more active queen.
Queen a8 though. Queen a8 prevent that idea.
Okay, thank you for your generous
not
donation
back.
to the Antonio
Back.
Padron
Oh.
Foundation. He will be with you in the moment to thank you personally.
I'm just saying, is that really a bad idea?
Yeah, so I don't know about King G7. Quick selfie.
Telling my friends I'm on here. See if anybody come hangs out with us too.
Heck yeah. But maybe just a small improving move. Like maybe Tony understood, like, hey, I'm gonna play rook takes a3, queen b6. Might as well try and improve a little bit, I guess. Queen b6 played. Now, okay, I got distracted by Kingsley's queen a8. I do want to point out this move fails to knight c. Oh, knight no, just bishop d8. Bishop d8's better. You do lose a pawn here. I was thinking knight here and then knight here, but the knight would guard b3. So, that's not the move. Bishop d8 right away makes a lot more sense. That pawn is vulnerable. So queen a5, just trying to get the queens off of the board. Not a great decision. Oh, did I mix up the clocks? Okay, by the way, these clocks are backwards.
Oh.
That is an important note. I keep doing this. I don't know how I keep doing this, but I'm a bit of a silly guy, apparently. I wonder if I keep... I may have an idea. Not that it matters at this point.
Oh, it's good now. Yes, it's good now.
That's it. That's an important switch. Real Caden Troph. Didn't you move out of Utah? That is correct. This is a test. Why? Is that a brand new account? No. What? Real Caden Troph? I feel like I've seen this name before. No, someone must have changed their username.
I was laughing at that.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
like,
no, nothing
I
else.
thought for a second you were on your phone like Real Caden Troph.
That would have been hilarious. Don't give me ideas.
Obsessed.
Don't give me ideas.
Yeah, I do like this maneuver quite a bit just to try and chase that knight. But I think at some point, knight d4, queen takes, maybe just you try and go for the slight annoyance. But it's also why I don't love king g7. Like I would have in a way for bishop g7 with the same type of maneuvering idea. Feels quite effective to me. Feels quite effective. I've done messed up all the lines. This is why I have to clean it up every now and then and replay it. Nope. G7. A2. Take.
And this is the current position.
Gotta be our guy Ace Bailey back strong with the trolls. Caden knows what it takes 2 weaknesses to win an endgame. Yeah, which is where that bishop maneuver caught my interest. Because bishop here, you could target here and have the sneaky bishop e1. But that's, you know. That's, you know me.
Goodness gracious.
How many points does Tony have? He has 3 out of 5. Yeah, we didn't stream this morning's game because it was so short.
Why do you have to sigh like that? Sigh like that.
You took that personal. You see how quickly he reacted? You took that real personal. Because I came so late to my game that by the time I was walking in late to my game, their game had already finished.
Yeah, Tony, I'm like, look, he sets up the stream, the video link, and he sends it to me, shares it with me. And I literally went into the tournament hall, and I just looked at him, and I said, dude, don't tell me I'm gonna need to use this. Like, don't pretend. And he didn't say anything. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. Like, I know you and Kingsley are playing close friends. You both had a bad night last night with your games. Don't.
Oh, at the Blitz?
No, excuse me. Kingsley didn't play the Blitz.
Oh, okay.
Tony, I think did okay.
Okay.
I think he did okay.
I did not have the stamina for Blitz yesterday. I'm still building up my chess stamina. There's a wall I hit where I'm just like, I just dive from obsessed with chess, I'm just fascinated at all the things that are happening to get that away from me. I want no parts of that for at least a day.
Yeah.
I don't have the stamina yet.
So, I may have played the Blitz last night.
Nice.
And then I may have played Bughouse after.
Goodness gracious.
And I got early to this morning.
Yeah, so
it look actually a little bit dead inside.
I got home at 2:30 a.m.
No, you did not. You had such a long day. You played chess like all day yesterday.
Yeah. And
oh man.
And I had to be back at the tournament by 9 a.m. to give a lecture.
You lectured this morning too?
I lectured this morning before the round.
Goodness, yeah, I'm not. You're built different.
But when it comes to chess, and I have learned this, because like we've done 24-hour streams, I can do it. And like the last time we did it, I didn't have any energy drinks because I was trying to not drink that much in the way of energy drinks.
Okay.
And Tony crashed out before I did. Because like when it comes to chess, I don't know if it's just been such a part of my life for so long, but it does keep me engaged enough that I usually can just like keep going.
Okay.
And I think especially after yesterday, because while I do enjoy doing like the side events, game analysis, doing the commentary, I was so hyped to like actually play some myself in the Blitz tournament, and I always enjoy Blitz tournaments, so yeah, I was pumped, ready to go.
That's awesome. I do have to add, it took me a second to catch up because crashing out in my culture means something very different. I was concerned for a bit, but I caught up. I get the gist. That's going to be a new segment. And can Caden understand any urban vernacular? He can understand chess moves, but how is your Ebonics?
Nah, he's a Utah boy. He doesn't understand anything.
Do you know what crashing out means? I'm going to say where I'm from. Okay. He gets it. He did live in New York. That's fair. He knows what it means to crash out.
I actually have no idea. I don't even like use it in a
What is
sentence.
what is the chess reference
Use
I
it.
can use?
Yeah, use it
We
in a
actually
sentence.
we actually discussed this yesterday, so I have a fair reference. The chess player we know that has crashed out is Chris Steven. Chris, you crashed out. That was crashing out.
Oh, like acting out in rage,
Yes,
or like
to an extremely
actually.
detrimental level
Ah,
is the most correct way I can explain that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I was using it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I have a serious question though. I've been curious. Do you have chess dreams,
um,
especially after days like yesterday? My goodness.
not too much,
Okay.
but like I don't dream much.
Okay.
Like I just don't in general. One of the worst times that I did have chess dreams. Tony drew in round 5. Just for Kingsley. That look. He played Kingsley and they drew pretty quickly.
In USA,
Um,
just for the full picture, he drew before I showed up for my game today. That is a true story.
yeah. But so I played this one tournament. Time control was 2 hours.
Okay.
After 40 moves, another hour. After 60 moves, another 30 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So one day I played a 7-hour game. Like got food as fast as I could. Turned around, played a 5.5-hour game.
Oh my goodness.
So 12.5 hours, and I did a
Oh.
little bit of prep for
Oh.
both games before. So probably like a 13.5-hour chess day.
You like chess too much.
That night I dreamed of chess, and it was terrible because I got so involved in this position that made no sense, by the way, in my head, that it kind of kept me from sleeping.
Goodness.
I showed up the next day because I had a good day actually. Like I had drawn a GM, and I think I was like 2,300 USD at the time. So I drew a GM, and then I think I drew Sam Sevian. It was a rising star. We went back and forth all the time. Did very strong, and maybe I won that one. I don't know. We've played so many times, but I had a good day. Next morning, I'm playing an IM. I was so tired and so out of it. I got crushed,
Really?
like brutally destroyed. And then the next game that day, still super tired. At one point, I calculate this line. I can just win in a piece,
Mm.
and somehow, I decide I can't. And it's not like a 4-move, 5-move. It's like 2 moves, 2-move variation. Win a piece. Talk myself out of it. I'm looking at it after the game, and I couldn't even remember. Like it wasn't like, oh, I thought he had this and I was wrong. No, like I couldn't even remember what I thought he had to keep me from winning the piece. So chess streams suck. That was like the worst chess stream experience. And since then, like I have them here and there. Thankfully, never to that extent, but I was just annoying.
Hello, hello. That's so cool. Extra cheese. That's so cool that Celine literally ran to the board and Tony made his move. Not much warms my frozen heart, but I do like seeing kids run back to the board.
Oh, towards the end I was.
Oh, it's
I got rid of the A and B pawns, and then I traded off.
I'm sorry, what was the result?
So I had, I won.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah.
Nice,
Congrats.
good last round victory. So what's your total point?
4.
4 out of
Another
6.
4 out of 6.
A lot of our friends are doing really well this weekend. That makes me happy to
Kingsley,
hear.
you're great too, Kingsley.
I went
That's-
2-4 last time, so I'm very
no,
happy.
Kingsley,
Congrats.
you should go back over 1900, right?
I should.
So all sarcasm aside, Kingsley gets himself out of the 1800 club once again.
I mean, I played 6 higher rated opponents and I finished 3.5.
Nice. Oh, you played up the entire time. That's awesome. Wow.
Sorry, I'm still talking about my game, y'all.
Oh. Oh shoot, you were playing
Yeah, she
Emily.
played Emily.
I just clicked.
Your top
oh
board.
no,
Yeah.
poor Emily though.
How did it feel? Does the DGT board feel different to play on?
Oh, it's so nice, the wood texture. Oh,
Awesome. Congrats.
I'm coming 6.
I want to play
And,
one.
and were you playing in that other room? Because I
Yeah,
haven't.
horrible.
I've heard that room
It's
super
horrible.
cramped.
Horrible.
Yeah, dang. Do
Yeah,
get too
you didn't
many
mind it that much.
people. It's just like you just like push people out of the way. You
Right.
just
A
like
lot of other
kid
people-
it's my space.
A lot of them don't register, honestly. And I think it's cool that I can actually see their boards. So if someone's taking too long, I can just look over and actually tell what's happening on the board next to mine. So I enjoy that aspect of it.
You want to know the greatest thing about this? I don't have to put any of those moves in.
I know, that's great. That's why I didn't.
Yeah. But we might need to give it a second
Okay.
to see your result. I want to see. Oh shoot.
Oh, wait, it's already on there.
Those pawns be. So this is Joanna's game versus Emily on a DQ.
Wow.
What is this hour and 20 minutes I'm looking at? What is up with hour and 20
Me
minutes?
thinking on Emily's time.
Dude, these notes on
I mean, you won, so we have to reserve judgment just a little
I
bit.
don't majorly mess up in the middle.
I'm impressed.
Oh, she tried
Because
to
of our
knight,
talk
she
from
tried to
earlier.
knight b5 you.
Hmm?
Okay, that pawn. Oh,
Yep. I was like,
little
dang it, I messed
discovery
up
idea.
that pawn because that pawn is really good against London because they're not going to put their knight on e5.
Okay, things were going well. Oh, the Fire Nation.
Yup, it was
Ooh,
the pin on the
that's
pawn
wow.
that I
This
was
is
looking
actually
at.
a wild position. I have a.
So, what do you do?
This is actually a wild position. What the heck? Like Queen H6 is interesting. Knight takes E3. I'm thinking about, but you gotta watch out for Bishop takes F7. Okay, yeah, probably Queen H6 would have been better.
Yeah.
A way of threatening, because then you also hit this pawn.
Yeah, and I was
Oh,
playing that pawn
wow.
earlier in the game. I had a whole nice little fork planned. I had a little royal fork going, and then because I wasn't watching the pin on that pawn, it just lost me because I had to. Because I was planning on taking
G5. The cojones. But rook takes G4. Rook takes G4.
That was not my proudest moment. I feel like it would have
Wait,
been a lot.
okay, it's not the worst though. But okay, rook, yeah, rook G8. That's actually crazy though, because you can't cover Queen F6. That's so annoying. Because the squares, wow, that's really unfortunate for you. Okay. Oh no, Emily got taken up by the pawn and not going knight F5.
She eventually did.
Yeah, it's very kind of you to let her have that opportunity.
Found
Okay.
it too.
And then
I could have just uppinned myself. But...
it was around equal. Ooh, the endgame, but you have an outside pass pawn. Sean, you know outside pass pawn. You know why outside pass pawn is good.
Why isn't outside pass pawn good?
Yeah.
Tell me. No, I can't.
No,
It's not top of my head.
I
thought
that was like your reflecting question. Why isn't it?
I
Wait,
feel like
that
it's
was
one
an
of those
actual
things
question.
where I've looked at it at some point, but I can't explain it now.
Yeah, so generally it's good. I mean, not always. There's always exceptions in chess, but it's because the king placement, right? Because the king, to block it or contribute to the defense of that pawn, would have to spend forever to get there.
Okay.
The other reason can be that if there are pawns in the center, even if the king can get there to stop that, it's a distraction. So the king goes over there, and then your king comes in and eats.
Then you get that fox in the chicken coop thing.
So a little of a brief moment, and you activate the king activation. Ooh, E4.
Good job.
Heard Jay's voice in my head going, "You have connected pass pawns. That's your actual threat."
Dang. All right. That endgame was very good.
Thank you.
Like you played that very well. Wow.
Bounce back from yesterday.
Yeah, messy middle game, and then you turned it into a crushing.
Emily was so nervous before this game too.
She said it was brutal, and I was like, "Hey, you actually."
Glancing in the background at some of the other games, and we'll go back to Tony. So 4 out of 6, nice results. How are you feeling about it?
So great.
Yeah,
I was gonna be fine if I just went 3-3, because I wanted a better tournament result than last time. But 4-2, even better.
I don't think I realized Sam Copeland was here. Can you point him out to me if we see him while we're just?
Oh yeah, I can point him out.
Back?
Yeah.
Cool.
I actually played him once.
Nice. That was my introduction to chess history. Actually, was through him, and then I spent that year in Columbia, where they're
Time is
from, South Carolina,
Uh-huh.
and I met his brother, but I
506.
never got to meet him.
So it was a 2 hour long game.
You mean he has a brother that plays
Yes,
chess?
yes.
Oh,
There's a
Aiden.
there's a rating difference, but his brother does play chess. He would come to the Columbia Chess Club relatively often.
Yeah, I actually beat Sam Copeland the first time I played.
Did you?
I beat
Nice.
Sam Copeland, yeah.
Aiden, you might be mad. Do you want to guess what the time difference was at the end of my first round this time? This is first round.
This the first round today.
Series, I think it was.
Not this.
It's
I need-
greater than an hour because this last one was an hour time difference.
Tell you after that.
It might have been.
Another hour difference.
Yeah, he had 15 minutes left, and I had an hour and something, hour and change.
You know what? Because you got 4 out of 6, we can leave it alone for now.
Because here's the problem: I get really bored of the opening. I know what's gonna happen.
I
The thing
mean,
is-
that's better than me.
Yeah.
I don't always know what's going on in the opening.
Well, at my level, they all just play e4, and then she tried to Joe Baba London me, and I was like, really?
That's true. You were ready for that.
It was.
So that's good. But I mean,
I
don't
didn't
you
think she was actually gonna do it, so
you-
I was just like, no, I don't need to push.
you do feel that in the middle game though, with how crazy it was. Like you could have spent more time there, even though you're thinking on her time.
I mean, if you
I-
didn't win, you better have less than 30 minutes.
I saw the crazy fork that I had in it, and I got so excited that I wanted to do it because I kept attacking multiple things every time. And I just got kind of intoxicated by it.
Yeah.
Where if I had spent like one extra move to play King H8, I would have crushed it in the middle game, completely crushed. Maybe because I was threatening everything.
You had some threats. You were cooking. But in the end game play was fantastic.
Well,
I always like to ask first. Can I talk about on this website work that other people have done that I think was really cool? I always want to
On
ask
this
before
website,
on this website that we're currently. Yes.
chess.com.
Yes.
Why are we not saying chess.com? Are you gonna get struck by lightning if
Don't
you
think
see?
so. I just like to ask before I talk about content other people have made.
Well, that's fine.
Kingsley Copeland has a series on chess.com of different articles where it's like top games from the 1950s, and then he'll do 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s.
okay.
So yeah, so it was really cool to go through those as I was like getting like caught up on like world champions and chess history in general.
That's actually one of the things I think I need to do to improve is to actually know some of his famous games in history.
That's one of my favorite things about chess. I probably know like way too many of them for my
Oh, I know.
stage.
I know Kasparov's. Kasparov in more.
But we already talked.
We did
Yeah,
talk
we
about
did
this.
talk
We did talk about this.
There, yes, Topalov. That was a beautiful game. That was a beautiful mindset.
There was a point where I could list all the world champions in order before the split,
Yeah.
which is probably very unnecessary.
Unnecessary, no.
I don't hate knight a4 though, because then you take the a file. I mean, I guess you drop back and then you go knight c3. But this, I guess you're not getting bishop a7 though. Maybe we still play it and then we go for b5 at the right moment, and this idea lingers. Not sure what else white should do though. Is there any idea here?
Is there a world you play F4? Is there?
No.
No.
Not if you like not losing,
Yeah.
because I mean,
Not
like
yet.
worst case scenario, like any
I'm just-
scenario, you're
Yeah, I'm just looking for pawn breaks.
maybe back though is the most
Yeah,
sensible.
I'm just looking for pawn breaks.
Michael, watch my game against Emily.
Nice.
Oh, once bishop a7. Well, I kind of assumed at that point, maybe we drop back even voluntarily.
Probably. I finished very early.
Even voluntarily, I'm not sure.
You do have a battery on A7 G2. G1, A7 G1. You can set up a battery. Try.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. This right? Tony's thinking.
And then Queen A2.
Wait, Tony did drop the knight back. So I don't know. I feel like if Tony is patient here, he'll create chances if he does go for like a slow bishop b7, bishop a7, because I think it's difficult for Celine to force traits. So you can just kind of slowly push, slowly, methodically push. And I don't know where she's forcing anything here.
At this level of chess, what's the point with the time difference where it begins to become substantial?
The time difference?
Yeah.
I think 15 minutes is substantial. So the 20-minute difference is... But, I don't know, this position is comfortable enough, and I kind of feel like Tony could offer a draw just about any point, and she'd probably accept it.
Really?
It's just so solid, and he has the control.
I mean, the last thing you want to do in that level is that your opponent has 20 minutes on you in an endgame that you need to hold.
Sure.
Yeah, so 20 minutes is significant. That's definitely a downside for Tony, being down 20 minutes right now. But yeah, 15 minutes, like, I feel very comfortable if I have, like, a 15-minute time advantage on my opponent. Because you think about it, like, you hit one really tricky moment where you want to spend, like, a lot more time. Like, you have that, right? So you kind of know, like, if the tricky moment happens, I have the time to figure it out.
Okay.
Or my opponent might not.
Yeah.
Right, so that's nice to me. An hour advantage.
So I think like this. So the time pressure.
Yeah, I think he spent too long. If he wasn't gonna play knight takes e3, I think he just spent too long there. Because I don't feel like he calculated a lot. I think he calculated some, but a lot of it was just like getting himself up to not taking the exchange. And he burned a ton of time there. Which, okay, I feel like I have to be somewhat sympathetic to not taking the exchange back. Since too many people agree. but yeah, I think he spent like 30 minutes there. It's just like not good.
I mean, the only moment in tournament I spent 30 minutes on was the queen sack that I played.
Yeah, against Patrick.
Yeah,
that was good.
That's the only moment I spent 30 minutes on one move.
I think the longest time I thought was maybe 5 minutes on it.
I think the longest I've ever spent before is 45 minutes on one move.
Yeah, it sounds just about right.
It was not a good move.
If I was in a position that I needed to do that, I would
Do you think it's
panic after 5 minutes, play blunder something, and then
Yeah, I think for a long think, as I was saying, I think like 15 minutes for the longest is typically ideal. Like if you're spending longer than 15 minutes, there are very few positions worthy of that.
Okay.
Rubik's, how's it going? Wait, Rubik's, were you? That profile picture looks very similar to the real Caden Troph. Hold on. Because we're streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, we actually do get a pop-up with a combined chat that has profile pictures, which is kind of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
No, that's not convincing. Yeah, I mean, there are very little imbalances. I think it's just the fact that Tony has like the tiniest bit of pressure, the queen placement.
Besides Tony and Kingsley, are there, how do I word this question? Are there like higher rated players in Charlotte who you're keeping an eye on? Like you think they're going to get titled at some point and you're kind of following that journey?
Well, I mean, I definitely hope Dina makes IM.
Okay.
You know, personally working with her.
Should have said besides Dina too, but yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. No, I mean, I have people that I'm kind of working with or involved in one way or another. Sometimes, whether they like it or not, I'm going to give them advice because we're friends. But I don't know. There's some. Belzark is a Belzargent. Thank you for the follow. I will say big shout out to James Trilov. For those that have seen him on Twitch, Just Brainiac on Twitch, he hasn't been streaming as much lately, but he absolutely crushed it in the Blitz last night. He beat Bortnik, he beat me, and he drew Brodsky, but he had a very good position.
Wow.
He unfortunately messed up. So Trilov, since moving to North Carolina, has gained a ton of rating, and I think has a ton of potential. His tournament here, like his actual classical tournament, I think has not been going as well. He had a bit of a disastrous game this morning, but I do see that potential. And I mean, after the game, I talked to him, and like you just can tell, like he knows what's up. So
That's cool.
he's good. Andrew Wu, I've also gotten to play, has been doing fantastic. I think he has a lot of potential. He made NM not that long ago, and I think already is up to 2250. So gain that extra 50 points, and I definitely see it at times when we play. I think he still needs to gain a bit more experience because I've also seen him get a bit frazzled. But I think as he gains that experience, he has a lot of potential. Yo. Bro, what the frick?
Jeez, domesticated. That does not track well with your username, actually.
Dang it.
I'm not gonna say it out loud.
And now I gotta read it.
I deleted the comment, but now I can't ban them. She's just nervous. She's just nervous. Be nice. Yeah, this is my favorite.
I wobble back and forth a lot in my chess games.
Yeah,
I
everybody
think
does
we
it,
all have
man.
our things that we do. during
Everybody does
games.
it.
Yeah.
But it's also, I will say that's the one bad thing about IRL streaming sometimes.
The comments?
I mean, I'm the only one caring for. Dude, don't let this.
That's not.
Don't try and play it off that way, my guy.
You see, this is the difference between this and the guy from earlier who we did not ban. Like he had a reflexive sorry. This guy didn't even go for the sorry.
You're right. Yeah.
That's
all
the
nerves,
that's the
the
difference.
nerves.
That's the difference.
Hey, why would you jump to that instead of the nerves or the cold, my guy? Domesticated human. Extra cheese says ban him. I mean, he didn't have the quick sorry.
It's the reflexive sorry to me is
The reflexive sorry does
Yeah,
go a long way.
it goes a long way.
It goes
It
a long way. Head of dog. I don't know where you're going with. Help me, Mr. Don. This is one of my favorite ways to see. He didn't go for the quick. He didn't go for the
This
quick.
is fun. I like where this is going.
Chat log.
You see, man with the I can't. Man
I
with
love
the,
this.
I understand what you're saying, man with the dog. Because you know when you're walling, like like there's a part of you when you're crashing out, Caden. Just to revert back to our lesson from earlier, there's a part of you that's aware. Okay, I'm crashing out. I need to chill. And the
Yeah.
reflexive sorry is an indication of that.
Hey, we have a poll. We have a poll. Gunner on YouTube, how's it going? He just said Caden. Gunner.
He
Maybe
just
that's how
said
I should respond.
At the club game, I was shaking my foot under the table, and my opponent leaned across the table and said, "Can you please stop shaking the table?" And I said, "No talking." We both laughed until the arbiter told us to be quiet. I like the way you roll, extra cues. I like your style. Oh, Caden, I didn't even tell you this. This is a game I had a really dominant position in, but I played a move that my opponent was definitely not expecting and unfamiliar with in the opening. And he looks up at me and goes, "What's your rating?" Oh, at the point, he goes, "What's your rating?" And I'm like, "It's a move." I didn't say it, but I'm thinking like, "All right, no talking, no talking."
Beautiful opening.
It's F4 on move 3 though. That's why a lot of people get weird on it. It was like move 3 or 4 that F4.
Like a Vienna. Like a knife.
It was a Stonewall, but when they play knight F6, I play F4. No, you know what I mean to say. They put a knight out and I play F4.
It's like my computer's tripping out. What the heck?
Another example of crashing out could also be the computer's behavior.
What the heck?
Can computers crash out?
That was super strange. Wait, now it has. What the? That was weird.
Man with the dog says domesticated, get your shots in before they ban you.
Hey, the people have voted.
Oh, and he's throwing some of them shots in there.
Banned by beta male.
Zeta, he corrected himself.
Oh, Zeta.
That was the quick correction. It's not the quick correction we needed when we needed it, but we did get a quick correction.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw this out there. People that say like alpha, beta, zeta, any of that, just like, can I? Okay, yeah, it was voted yes. This is how I feel about it.
All right. See
That's
you
all
later.
right. Bye.
Bye, domesticated.
Bye.
Have a good night.
It's funny that people use Greek letters like that. Do you know what I do when I see random Greek letters out in the world? I guess because did I tell you my major was in classics, so I know Greek and Latin.
Oh no.
So yeah. So when I see like sorority,
Man with the dog says I'm a total
like, Greek
upsilon.
letters, I just pronounce what they are.
So,
And a lot of them are just guttural sounds. Makes me laugh.
Someone logged on to Twitch just to vote yes. Great work. A+ job, Dose.
Gunner. Yeah, sorry, we had an important ban, but yeah, Dose A+. Bishop E2 played extra cheese, keeping us on the chess. That's cool, by the way. That you Greek and Latin, you said. I was looking. Okay, this is a random thought. Gunner, let me respond to this quickly so I can focus in on this. What's a reasonable amount of time to study chess? You asked. It depends on who you are. Like, for some people that work a job and have like other responsibilities, a lot of time it's just not that reasonable. I think like 2 hours is probably like what's going to be difficult for most people, like, but effective. So I say that if you want to push for a title, I think you have to shoot for 3 hours at least a day on chess. Is definitely the ideal. You can do it without, but I think you shouldn't expect to get a title unless you're willing to spend 3 hours a day. Oh, so the last time I was looking at Latin, I was trying to find like a way in Latin. This is a long story. I'm not going to get into it, but I actually am a strong believer of the sentence like actions speak louder than words. So I have a keychain.
Yeah.
Like with my keys that says it in English, but I was looking for it in Latin if there was a cool way to say it, and a lot of the ways I found were very lame.
I mean, I could just write it out for you.
So I'm very well, but like if you were to say it, how would you say it? And I want like a cool way, because the direct translation I didn't love, which is why.
What did they get? What did you look up?
Actions speak louder than words in Latin, and I don't know Latin. I can't repeat what it said. I just know I didn't love it.
Did you use race for things? Doing things.
I don't need it to be grammatically correct.
things.
I just want like.
No, it has to be grammatically
It just
correct.
sounds cool. You just need it to
Okay.
sound cool.
Because here's what you have to do. You have to
Latin
have
is in English.
you have to have a gerund for actions of the verb in the accusative. No, actually, you can use it as a subject. So it would be nominative plural. And then you would have speak as the verb. And then you would have a comparative as well, being louder. And then you would have a accusative of comparison. So that's how it'd be structured.
Okay, I think I kind of followed that.
Hey, chat, y'all know that GIF where the monkey's just banging the cymbals? That's where I was at for the last 30 seconds. I do apologize.
My was better than my Latin, but because Latin was kind of boring.
Dose asks, does it have to be 3 hours straight, or can you break it up?
Yeah, like throughout the day for sure.
Okay.
So my stuff
I was
was
curious.
too much, Kaden.
I was curious about that too.
You said words and I
Oh.
followed for a second, but you used words I didn't understand, or at least didn't click because I'm not used to hearing them.
I'll figure it out because honestly, a lot of my vocabulary doesn't exist anymore. I know how to put words together, but like I forgot like most of it because I don't
So
use it.
that's linguistics jargon. I was a linguistics major in college, so that makes sense to me.
By the way, Tony's game is done. Looks like
Oh.
a draw was agreed.
Oh,
I mean,
no, I mean, we're good with it, right? No?
no, it is a draw. I just like booing draws.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's you, then unless it's you.
Hey, yeah, was not here for that one.
So we should
All
have
right.
Tony one last time come in, talk about the game. Honestly, I'll probably step out and you can hear his thoughts.
Okay, I like that because
Yeah.
I've also enjoyed that Tony plays the same opening that I've been playing. So watching these commentaries has been like really informational for me as well. Are we gonna do good cop, bad cop today at all, or how do you want to play this when he walks in?
We can be good cop, tired cop.
Good cop, tired cop. All right, that's fair enough. We did good cop, bad cop the other day. It's really fun.
I just, especially Joanna, as you were talking through, I realized like I hit you ever have those times where you just hit like that brief tired wall for like an hour? And I think I just hit my hour. Like once this hour is up and maybe we're playing some chess, I'll be there. But now that the game's
That's funny.
done and like it's hitting the end, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's been,
I'm the opposite. I
4
get to
hours of
that
sleep.
3 hour mark playing chess, and I can feel when it's been 3 hours that I've been playing chess, and then my body just starts to do. What are you doing?
At the end of the chess
What are
day,
you doing, brother?
happened to
Chess day.
What happened to me at the end of day one? I had the longest game that I played, 3 hours.
just 3 hours. Lucky you. Longest
No.
game I played 6 hours.
But
and
I
I'm-
actually used my time. There was only
3
5 minutes
hours.
difference between them.
That's good.
And I had
honest
the
new.
giant,
New.
biggest, not I wouldn't say giantest,
Gonna leave that one alone.
biggest migraine ever.
Back to non-verba. That's true.
That's a not where but
That's what someone said. Back to non-verba.
where but.
Oh,
These are
actually,
Fair.
W's.
Yeah, that's way too much.
I can just watch him
Way
getting
too
more
much for me
tired
now.
each time he tries to
W's
think of how
and
to
J's
pronounce
don't
these
exist
things.
in Latin. At least ancient Latin. Maybe in medieval Latin they put something in there, but no.
So what's a J and a V name that would just go crazy in Latin?
Don't look at me. I ain't got
Technically
nothing for you.
Javier.
Lance would be
Technically
Lance.
Javier has a J and a V, but the J in that case.
Oh, that's
like an H.
easier because Spanish is a Romance language. It would just be IA.
IA.
Uh-huh.
So you'd say
Javier.
Javier.
If it was in Greek, you could put a rough breathing on it there to make the H sound.
Javier?
That's the monkey banging the cymbals. If I just
Also,
want
another
15,
comment-
if I just want 1500 elo and I'm at 800, is 30 minutes good enough or do I need more time?
Oh, Poison Prince, is that your NM game? Very nice. I'm not gonna pull it up. I'm gonna keep the focus on Tony's game, but nice result. I would definitely push it to an hour. Yeah, for sure.
Tony! Hey!
Tony!
Bro.
There's no good cop, bad cop today. I'm just good cop.
So
I enjoyed it. No, you can sit here, or you can scooch down. I'll give you the
I'm
spot.
gonna step out.
Oh,
So
I
So-
couldn't figure out how to spice it up without
the only end thought here, just over something, is Queen D4, Bishop E6.
Queen D4, Bishop B6. Yeah, that was already. I went through that whole scenario in my head. I still couldn't find a way where that.
Like
That's
literally
anywhere.
in this position.
Yeah, in this. Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
Queen D4.
that was the whole idea of Bishop D8, right? And why I played Queen B6. But I couldn't figure. I can't find a world where it works. Like 91 just almost stops everything.
But then D5. That's something, I guess.
Yeah,
That's the-
look. I looked at that. Trade. Queen takes. Bishop F3. I still don't get anywhere.
I thought you were gonna be in here.
Even after that, I went through and thought like I even gave myself like okay, I give myself like 4 moves. I set that up.
Yes.
I couldn't
Were they
find a
ripping
break.
my bad moves apart?
No, I'm good.
No.
I couldn't find a break where even if I got all of that, where I even had an advantage, I'm not sure I'd not be drawing.
we drew very early.
Okay.
So like
I've been out here chilling for a while.
just
Tony, how was yours?
I drew so boring.
It's more.
Yeah, it's just like so boring. No, you play. Actually, let's play. Back. Not that.
Poison Apprentice, of course you should push for 2,000 bullets.
See, I need a nothing move.
Nothing moves.
Like I don't see a version even if the bishop's not there. Like
My opponent would play a very unchallenged.
I can't.
It's like, oh yeah, it's hard.
Well,
Queen A1. I can't find a nothing move.
didn't work. Yeah.
But yeah, even this, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I get this in and I take, and then bishop f3.
People say
I couldn't find anything that was worth more than like
I
a pawn or
nothing.
yeah. I couldn't find anything.
So the only moment
I
I
had
thought would have been a game changer, like just to get a little edge, was not taking f3, but
yes.
Not taking f3 right away.
playing h5.
No, I lost
What?
Oh, lost alto?
Playing h5 first instead of
was brutal.
Yeah, I guess now I need to study, I think.
h5 here.
Never
Yeah,
know
'cause
how
you're
to
trying to
mix
get
it.
an h4.
Now you'll have Jay's voice in your head too. If you have connected past
Oh.
pawns, those are the most.
Play h5 now.
Well, yeah, I don't know. We looked at
I don't know,
the
maybe there's a world where h4
It was,
or h5, h4, you play knight d4.
if I wouldn't have traded queen,
You play that position.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
Yeah. Maybe h5
I was
first.
like, I'll trade queens and then we'll just draw and we'll be
But it's you know, like I got the big pony and I was like, I'm gonna sack and they're like no sack.
Oh, wait.
Wow, what's me to take?
I glanced at the position.
Yeah.
I glanced at the position.
Oh yeah, I'm. royally
kept
messed
teasing
up in
it.
the middle game.
Oh, same.
There's nothing.
Royally messed up.
A long diagonal and
All this is like nothing.
I know. Saw it after afterwards. Yeah. It's okay. I'm happy with how it went.
This is a lame game.
Were you thinking about
Without the,
Bishop
it's about
takes.
trying to probe a mistake though. And I thought about it, but I don't have the time advantage. I don't have. I can't like I picture a win. Like I can maybe probe,
that
but
check at all? Because that's what was
I
terrifying.
just didn't see
I
it.
had a royal fork that I didn't play because I was
Okay.
like, oh
Yeah.
There is a risk in probing,
I
but
that wasn't a threat.
yeah, I mean, there was a
Had
world
that,
where like this
but-
battery lined up
No, I
back
like
when
I
the
was
bishop was on
thinking that, but
f3
it
and the
just-
knight was here, and
like,
it's
I
very
don't
hard to
think-
defend f2.
I'm sure
I just couldn't get it in time.
sometimes.
I got start with jazz. It sounds like a
Yeah.
Sometimes
I'm sorry, it was just like ultra boring.
stubborn on my bishop.
Yeah, I
Just
think
when someone that
it's
moved,
probably
I literally
better
thought
to try
I
and go
like
through
lost, just had lost.
a7.
Like, but it was just a
Bring the
fun.
bishop to
I
a7. That
I
way
don't know.
you
And
got
then at that point, I was
knight
like,
d4
I'm
and
not.
still.
yeah, you're done with jazz.
Yeah.
And
Well, where does my queen go?
What?
1b6.
you're done with jazz.
Yeah.
Oh, like somehow do this.
Like every time
Yeah.
I just
Because that same world where the knight's on d1,
and
bishop
most
on
of the time
e2,
I'm using,
maybe you have like knight
like
d2
bishop
ideas.
sick.
Oh god.
Every time I travel, I'll sit for just
Oh no, Keeley. It's terrible.
like there was a
Oh, here
point
knight c2 just.
when we were in Utah and I just met Tony actually.
Mhm.
And
I
I
just
just
wanted
met Tony
to better know.
and Chris, like the four of us, before going to our state tours together.
It's
That's
like
our excuse to leave.
that's like minus 0.5.
There you go.
And
Even if I get
every
everything
single time.
in the night. Dude, this is so tough.
Oh no.
I'm just like grinding stone with less time. By the way, I do have half of their time.
You guys really took the tour.
Yeah.
You didn't feel it in the game.
Instead of statements, offer moves, my guy.
Yeah.
Or my kid, but yeah.
Yeah.
the my just went down.
My. Stop.
I looked at Queen A6. I didn't think that was anything more.
Okay, 6. So you start with.
Yeah.
So leave the knight
Yeah,
on d6
call
and
it
you
I
start by trying to bring the
Was
bishop
like,
to a7.
I'm happy what went
Oh, I just went through that. They're asking
Yeah.
if there's a version of
I'm
Queen
gonna
A6.
do
Well,
it.
no, extra cheese
I
was
think so, not
suggesting
this
knight
week for
a4.
sure.
No.
But if you do it with
I'm
the
gonna
knight on
be sleeping
e6,
fifth
knight
thing
a4,
for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
very tough to pull
Thankfully, I
off.
don't have a club tomorrow.
A club.
No.
A school club.
After
Yeah.
knight a4.
Yeah, I'm looking for me.
Chess.
You're a coach?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm one of the school coaches.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot to look at here, guys. We're just grinding at stone at the end of a long tournament.
Schedule that. Really.
But
Hot England.
I wish you would have played something more interesting.
First show.
Oh, the person.
16.
This is the only moment.
Well, how old are the kids you guys teach?
I thought it was clear as small.
Yeah, okay.
H5 right away.
No, I feel like it's so hard to get, like, elementary.
Hmm.
Oh, basically,
Well, I don't
if
know.
you have more than
Dang,
more than
extra
10
cheese.
kids, basically,
For once.
they get a shot.
No, it's okay. I took shots and missed twice yesterday. I get it.
Like,
What a lame way to end.
Yeah.
There's nothing more embarrassing than getting the same score as Kingsley.
As what?
Kingsley.
Yeah.
Like, so you're
Her opponents.
See,
We actually play weaker.
see my point? It's embarrassing.
So play
Dang.
up 6 rounds.
I literally said it was embarrassing. What do you
I
want from
play
me?
a single person that was the same rating as me.
Yeah, dude, Dina was freaking
Fires.
destroying her opponents.
I played a
Like
994, a
Getting destroyed.
1013,
Oh, nice. Good for Dina.
884, and then you was at like 957, I think.
yeah.
Wow.
Dang,
Right.
takes.
I played 1, 500, 1, 900, and 1, and 3. And then you.
And it just goes.
I assume she already won.
Yeah, probably. She was crushing him.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Dina's destroying.
Yeah.
You don't listen to us, do you?
He never.
Sounds Dina's destroying. Dina's destroying. Dina's destroying. Wait, Dina's destroying.
Yeah.
Oh.
As soon as I played that Rutgers stuff,
Emily!
I know.
Oh.
You and Dina and
The way we were looking at you, I'm sorry.
Wait, which way?
You couldn't save your game totally.
Oh yeah, as soon as you let me,
Oh,
you let
okay.
me push B3.
And when you
I
ping
was-
the
yeah.
rook on G7, you're winning.
I know. I had a
And
Yeah, I was telling her that. I was telling her
I know.
you win the rook.
don't be
hindsight.
so hasty.
Honestly, like I just was not the same. It was a very
I was happy. but-
yeah. No, I'm glad.
Jordan's like, what about
She's
me?
like, everyone don't cheer against me, please.
She's not in the game too.
Someone be proud of me.
Oh, jeez. All right, chat. We're gonna head out.
Bye, chat.
We'll see you. All right.
No.
Knowing Kaden, he probably wants to take a fat chill pill tomorrow. Is that the case? Yeah. So you may not see us for Title Tuesday.
And 2 first.
Because there's been a ton of chess and we all need a reset. I mean, that guy hasn't done his laundry, so like we got to catch up on things, right? And Sean, he needs to go back to the gym.
I actually do
Yeah,
miss
so
working
that-
out. I
I missed the gym.
couldn't go after. I thought about waking up early, and I was like, that's not gonna happen.
No, it's not worth it.
I actually do really miss the gym.
It's not. What was the result on this game? I drew. Lame draw. So we'll see you guys later for sure. Wednesday, and then yeah, things should get back to normal. Slight hesitation. Bye.
Bye.
Emily, they can't see you. You gonna say bye?
Bye.
Still,
Oh, she reaching.
Oh, I don't even know if I'm in here yet.
I don't even know where the camera. Where's the
It's
camera?
up here.
Oh.
No, come on.